What's good, y'all? Wishing y'all a happy holiday, and in this video we are going to be discussing the Colts versus Steelers preview. Let's dive right in. So let's dive right into the injury report right away. Okay, so Philip Rivers has been listed with a toe injury and he did not practice today. And Nick Costanzo had a knee injury, possibly, most likely the MCL sprain that he suffered a couple weeks ago during the Titans game. He did not practice today, and DeForest Buckner did not practice today with an ankle injury. And the last one is Marcus Johnson, who did not practice today with a quad injury. Other than that, all the people that did not practice only didn't practice due to a simple rest. So hopefully, so we are anticipating that they will be returning for our Pittsburgh matchup this Sunday, which is a big one, possibly a playoff clinching game. Clinching scenarios are if we win or Ravens or Dolphins lose. Dolphins are playing the Raiders and Ravens are playing the Giants, so there might be an upset between them, but other than that, I think it's unlikely that they will be upsetted by the Giants or the Raiders. So this is basically a must-win game for the Steelers. And on the bright side, if we do win this game, Titans will be facing the Packers on Sunday Night Football, which is going to be an extremely good game. Hopefully the Packers absolutely destroy the Titans, and if they do so and we win, we take the title of the AFC South. It's going to be our first AFC South title in 6 years. That's like towards the beginning of the Andrew Luck era. So Colts fans are definitely anticipating the return of Colts snatching their crown back and taking hold of the AFC. Okay, so the most talked about unit for the Steelers is their defense. Now they have definitely some key defensive players on there. They have Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, and Mike Hilton. They have a couple of decent corners and safeties. So it's definitely going to be a challenge on our receivers, creating separation for them and our offensive line from giving Philip Rivers some time. Now this is why Anthony Costanzo is a vital part in O-line, because he is questionable. So we had to have our O-line completely healthy in order to dominate this game against the Steelers. Because I think in my opinion, please let me know in the comments below if you think otherwise. I think the only thing Colts need to worry about for the Steelers is their defense. Their offense, as you've been seeing these last couple weeks, have not been looking good whatsoever. They lost to the Washington football team, then they proceed to lose against the Bills, who they looked pathetic against, and then they proceed to lose against the Bengals, who they looked even more pathetic against, especially against their defense, who have one of the worst defenses in the league. And not saying people like Jesse Bates aren't good, but one defensive player won't improve your defensive status. You need to have a good play calling on that side, just like how the Colts are doing, just how like we're doing. Matt Eberflus has been doing great things for our defense. He has been calling absolutely phenomenal plays. Of course, we have been slipping these last couple weeks, but I think we are definitely going to get a rebound these next 2 weeks against the Steelers and the Jags, and this is going to be a monumental win for us if we win, because we have not beaten the Steelers since 2008, ever since the Peyton Manning era. So this definitely is a game that Colts fans are hoping that we'll win. If we don't, then the streak of us losing to the Steelers continues, and it's just gonna be a sort of Colts versus Patriots type of thing where we constantly lose to them. But unfortunately, Philip Rivers and Brian Roethlisberger are tied head-to-head against one another. Big Ben did not dominate Philip Rivers, and Philip Rivers did not dominate Ben. So since we got a switch in quarterbacks, there really is a change in our momentum against the Steelers. And it should come to show this Sunday at 1, which is a big game. This is potentially playoff clincher, as mentioned before. And let's just talk about our offensive performance. JT, Naeem, Zach Pascal, T.Y. Hilton, Philip Rivers, our entire O-line, you name it, every person on our offensive unit has been playing lights out, which is why our offensive line has been excelling these last couple weeks. In fact, interesting stat, when Philip Rivers is pressured, he has the 3rd highest passer rating in the NFL. So among pressured QBs, Philip Rivers has the 3rd highest passer rating in the NFL, which is quite surprising for a lot of people because people tend to know him as a turnover machine. But obviously he has changed. Definitely he has changed a lot this season, especially behind the O-line that we have. He did not have quite the opportunity against the Chargers, as he had to consistently play through injuries that he sustained with the brutal O-line that the Chargers organization put together for him. So Philip Rivers is definitely doing big things for the Colts this year, and is the reason we are currently in the playoff push. And now let's talk about the defense. Defense should be more than powerful enough to get to Big Ben and shut down Juju, Deontay Johnson, and Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool has also been falling off. I think people tend to overrate him. He's only had one game with 4+ yards, and he's been already considered in the Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year conversation. I don't think he has that status yet. I think the Offensive Rookie of the Year should only come down to the most logical one should only come down to Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, and James Robinson. Those are the only people that the award should come down to. No one else. And if JT put up the performance he's been putting this past couple weeks, if JT was put the same performance toward the beginning of the season, he definitely would be considered in the Offensive Rookie of the Year conversation. And we also have a potential Defensive Rookie of the Year on our defensive side in Julian Blackmon, who has also been playing lights out. He's been everywhere in the field, everywhere he threw the ball. He's always been there. Except I think our pass defense really needs to use some work. Deshaun Watson allowed 370+ yards on Deshaun Watson, which really isn't bad because Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback, maybe even top 3 quarterback in the AFC or NFL. You could argue, but our offensive line, our defensive backs, our passing defense really needs to solidify itself, because Ben Roethlisberger, even though he has been leveling off these past couple weeks, he still can put up big numbers, and we can play lights out in this game. And Mike Tomlin, you know, he's a good play caller, but we got a arguably better play caller in Frank Reich. And this is going to be a good game to watch. Extremely nervous. I'm not nervous right now, but I definitely will be nervous right before kickoff, because every time before kickoff, I think about what's on the line, if we get into playoffs or not. So I know a lot of Colts fans are going to be nervous before this game. And this is definitely a AFC South clinching moment, and we can make the playoffs and make a Super Bowl run. And I will be so excited. Colts fans will be so excited once we make a Super Bowl run. Let's hope we can make the playoffs first. Let's knock on wood. And that's pretty much it for the podcast. And if you enjoy the video, please consider if you're a new viewer, please subscribe, like, and comment down below your takes on the video. If you're already a subscriber, please like and comment. And thank you so much for subscribing already. Comment down below your thoughts on the matchup this weekend. And without further ado, peace out, and I'll see you next time, Colts Nation.